Days of summer, the jasmine's in bloom. July is dressed up and playing her tune. And I come home from the holidays, and you're waiting there. I can't go on. See the smile in the kitchen too, in the basement too. In the arms that reach out to hold me in the evening when the day is through. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind.
WSME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. Hunter Biden's former business associate and Burisma board member Devin Archer will appear next Monday in front of the House Oversight Committee for an interview.
And the New York Post says Archer plans to testify that Joe Biden attended Hunter's business meetings in person and on speakerphone up to 24 times while he was vice president.
Fox's Brooke Singman. Now, the White House denies any wrongdoing by the president when he was the VP. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre.
The answer remains the same. The president was never in business with his son.
Hunter Biden in court tomorrow expected to plead guilty to lesser charges in his tax and gun case. An excessive heat warning has been extended through Thursday for the Phoenix area. Temps remain in the 110s this week, according to the National Weather Service. And the price of gas rising 4 cents overnight, landing at $3.63 a gallon for regular. That from AAA. America's listening to Fox News.
97.1 WSME.
Live and local. Real Talk starts now.
And Naomi's right now. Good morning. I'm Rayford Brown.
I'm Kelly Knapp.
And I'm Lee Barrows.
And welcome to the Tuesday edition of Live and Local Real Talk. I tell you what, just listening to that news and reading everything that I've been reading this morning, and then the camera is kind of like gone wide angle crazy on us this morning.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to power down at some point in time, or you just have to put up with a wider shot today. That's okay. You can see a little bit more in the room. Sometimes it's only got 3 zoom settings on it.
Correct.
You go click, click, click. You can't, it's not a, I'll find me a new camera one of these days. One that I can control from sitting right here.
Yeah.
We're good now.
So we're good now?
Yeah. Right before we went on air, Facebook went out and I was like, no.
Okay.
It's all good.
Did
now.
you reload?
Yep.
Yes, we're good to go.
Did the camera reset?
No.
So anyway, we'll figure that out. Otherwise, you get a wide shot.
Yes.
Let's see what else is happening around the world. We know we got heat indexes all over, indices all over the place, and some tragic news out there in the West Coast area. I don't really get it. There are times when common sense should take over.
Okay.
It could be a matter of life and death, as it was over the weekend in the Valley of Fire. 2 hikers found dead at Valley of Fire State Park in Nevada Saturday afternoon as excessive heat gripped part of the state in triple-digit temperatures. The 2 women had set off on the trails of the state park, 65 miles northeast of Las Vegas, earlier in the who reported seeing the women begin their hike alerted authorities when they noticed the pair had not returned. Saturday's high temperature was 114 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the heat index.
Wow.
No,
That's the real temperature.
Yeah, I believe
And the
it.
southern part of the state remains in an excessive heat warning. Authorities conducted a welfare check shortly before 3 o'clock that afternoon, found 1 woman dead on the trail. The body of the other woman was found in a canyon. Their names have not been released. There have been 7 heat-related deaths in Clark County, Nevada, as of mid-July. 7. The deaths come as several hikers at other parks across the country suffered heat-related incidents. The latest reported heat-related death at a U.S. park happened last Tuesday at Death Valley National Park in California. Why do you think they call it Death Valley?
Why would you go hiking with that much heat?
You want to know what
It's
the real heat was in Death Valley last week?
I would say 120.
128.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know how you explain people doing what they do, but you won't catch me there.
No.
Turn the AC up,
Mhm.
and I'm paying for it because I did. We do have a system that have formed up overnight. It is off the coast, parallel with the southern part of Florida right now on an west northwestern course. Possibility ranges for this system, if it forms up into anything other than a coastal low, coming in somewhere around northern Florida to mid South Carolina. It is going to come in, but it hopefully will come in only as a coastal low pressure system. Just means it will stir stuff up.
Yeah, not anything serious.
Not
yet.
not a formed up storm, because the chances of it forming up in the next 48 hours is 0 or close to it.
Mhm.
And over the next 7 days is only 20%. So it's got 7 days to get here and only 20% chance of becoming something in that 7 days. That's what, according to the National Hurricane Center. Of course, there's sometimes it's just a guess, but that's what it looks like right now. The other system will be coming across the Windward Islands down and entering the Caribbean. It's still not anything. It probably won't become anything besides just a low pressure system. They call it a disturbance. Yeah, it's disturbing to me just to watch these X's out there on the screen. So maybe that's why they call it a disturbance. So much for the tropical Atlantic. Nothing else is out there off the coast of Africa or anywhere else. And neither one of these formed coming off the coast of Africa.
No, they just kind of
They
popped
just
up.
popped up in the ocean.
Yep.
And say, hey, here we are.
Yep.
And the second one, disturbance number 2, the one that we're looking at the closest, of course, right now, it formed up way east, westward.
It was like it hatched out of its shell overnight.
Yeah, it did. It sneaked in.
Yes,
Maybe it was
did.
underwater and it was like a submarine and came on through. Anyway, that's what's happening out there. What's happening in Tennessee is they got a congressman out there. He's one of 435, and he says, I want to know what the government's hiding from us. They're covering up all that UFO information.
God, it sounds like local stuff.
Representative Tim Burkett, that's what he said. And he thinks that there are UFOs and that the government is hiding the information that they have about them. Really?
Here we go.
People stop and tell him when they see him on the streets. Of course, I don't know what part of Tennessee where all the liquor stills are, but a lot of people stopping him and say, I've had experiences with UFOs. So now he's taking that as evidence that there are UFOs out there. I'm not going to discount that because I don't know.
Right.
There have been lots of reports from not people on the ground, but everything from airline pilots in the video. There have been visuals out there from things that we cannot explain. But is it part of our government doing tests with whatever's? Probably, possibly, could be. We do know that they test everything from back in the day, weather balloons flying at high altitudes, to even the good old SR-71, the spy planes.
Mm-hmm.
They were tested. They fly at much as 85,000 feet, and they go zipping along. And of course, they were launched, and nobody knew that they even existed for a while. We knew something was out there.
Yeah.
Even prior to the SR-71, there were other things. I don't know. Who knows? Anybody had an experience? Anybody been abducted by aliens? I mean, while you were not stoned? give us a call at 910-333-0139.
I'm afraid of the phone calls on this one.
Yeah, but if anybody has seen anything or had an experience, and just share it. We were reported a UFO down at Curie Beach one time.
Oh, really?
Unidentified floating object called the
Things
Coast
I
Guard
can
about
say
it.
right
Oh, okay.
So,
The things I could say right now.
but whatever. Did you see that video from South Africa where the street exploded underneath the street?
Sure, no.
Oh, you haven't seen that?
No, I have not.
Buses parked along the road there.
Us.
Look
Yeah.
at that video. Watch them. Boom.
Good Lord.
Shoots these buses up in the air,
Yeah.
6, 8, 10 feet, straight up.
Mm-hmm.
The whole road, the pavement just blew up.
Didn't they say it was gas?
They said, the gas company said
Yeah.
there's no way possible. Other people say it's a likelihood. I mean, I don't know what else would cause
What
it.
else would have caused
If
that?
it had
I
been,
a
and
client
that,
talking
if
about
it
this
had been
yesterday.
something else, like a bomb, then it would have been an explosion.
I think it
Stuff
would
would
have
have parted.
exploded out. Yeah.
So
To me, that was, yeah.
this looks all the characteristics
Correct.
of a gas leak and an explosion.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Well, what else is happening? Democrats are having a field day, scared to death.
What are they scared of?
What's going to happen when all the folks get up there? They got another guy who's going to be testifying next week, I think it is, in Congress, and his name is Devon Archer, former best friend and business associate of Hunter over there in the Ukraine, expected to testify under oath to Congress either this week or next that President Biden met with dozens of Hunter's business associates while he was serving as vice president between 2009 and 2017. We've got a guy, a business associate, a best friend of Hunter Biden, going to say President Biden, in spite of what he claimed when running for election, did meet with Hunter's associates, business dealings, was part of those.
Okay, so you're saying this guy is saying that
Joseph was
Joe
involved.
Biden did meet.
Yep.
Okay, I'm tracking now with what you were saying.
So the Democrats are like having a hissy fit about this
Yeah.
one. Archer's been subpoenaed by the House Oversight Committee and could testify as early as Thursday of this week. The expected testimony could cast further doubt on Biden's repeated claims that he had no knowledge of his son's foreign business dealings or of having any influence on them. Bull.
Mm-hmm.
We all knew differently. We all suspected differently, couldn't prove it. This 48-year-old guy will tell the House Oversight Committee about meetings he witnessed attended by both Bidens, Hunter and Joe, either in person or via telephone.
It's 10.
Oh, Lord, here it comes. I knew the phone calls would start.
It's 10.
Yeah. Tim was
During the
abducted.
meetings, Hunter would specifically introduce his father to foreign business partners or prospective investors. The Oversight Committee subpoenaed him to testify to speak at as House Republicans continued to investigate whether the Bidens used the influence then Vice President Biden had in the White House to elicit these deals and other Biden family corruption allegations. The committee told Fox News it believes the president communicated in some form with Hunter Biden's business associates. Wow. Good morning, Tim. What's up?
Yeah. Well, I sure hope they got God, we're echoing. Hold on.
You got a headset on?
Yeah.
Or you,
Always got it on.
okay, Bluetooth or what?
Yeah. The parent. Let me call you back.
Okay, just you
I'll get
away.
it straightened up.
Just go straight into the phone. Okay. If Archer actually shows up, he's expected to testify on specific examples of the elder Biden getting involved in his son's business deals, including an evening meeting in Dubai on very specific here, Friday, December 4th, 2015, which saw Hunter Biden meeting with Ukrainian energy company Burisma owner Mykola Zhilowski and calling his dad during that conversation. Are you back, Tim?
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, still got an echo. I'm not sure where it's coming from, but
Hold on. Well, I've got everything turned off in here. Hold on. I sure hope they got him under some good protection. Is that better?
I agree with you on
Yeah, that's
the
better.
protection thing. Yeah.
Okay. I cut it down, right? But I'm sorry. I cut the parent down. Yeah, on a lighter note, what I really caught about this morning on a lighter note, but I should, like I said, I really hope they got him protected because he could wind up with his toes up
Yep.
very easily. This happened before. But on a lighter note, this is for Kelly and Candy.
uh-oh.
It is officially Christmas in July. It's July the 25th is March. I heard it on the news this morning at 4:30. It is officially Christmas in July.
I like it.
Get your tree up, girl. Get
I
your
can-
tree up now. You know, St.
Well-
Diane's got hers up. Everything's lovely.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
Get
good
it up.
idea. I may have to do that. Let's get started now. Ready for the shop
I love it.
work.
I hope you do.
Yeah,
It's going to tickle me.
drag that mess right out of the garage.
Hey, I'd rather before you get Robin do it now than have, you know,
Yeah.
I'm looking out. I'm trying to look out
You're
for
going to
Robin,
leave it
but
up
you
for the
heard
next
it.
5 months?
You
I
heard him
love
bad.
it. What?
I mean, you bought that $10 wheelbarrow. Now, that was tough.
Let me tell you something. I paid more than $10 for that wheelbarrow. I'll go ahead and say that now. And he is,
You shouldn't have had.
well, you have got him all worked up over the fact that, he had some troubles with it.
Get the two-wheeler.
I know.
Yeah.
That's what they're,
Well, no,
yeah.
she could have rented him a concrete buggy with tracks on it, and he could have stood on it. Got a platform where you can stand, and it dumps rock just as good as it dumps concrete. And
Well-
I mean, he could have stood on it, moved the two levers. He could have called down and gone showed him how to use it in 2 seconds. And you could have done that for that $4. Of course, now I know you got payback on him for not buying you a canopy for your lawnmower.
Or let me
I
have my
understand that.
alpaca. So there's that.
Yeah, and your alpaca, bless your heart.
We've got one, by the way.
You have an alpaca?
We do now.
Where?
Up there.
Up where?
There's a little one in the house. Robbie's going to bring him down a little bit later on to show you.
I think you're lying to me.
I am not lying.
You are.
It's one of those stuffed ones.
No, I had to,
No, it's a live
Robin, I
air
had to
breathing
get
one.
it stirred up this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's okay. Hey, Tim, I got a quick question. I'm glad you called. How do I keep the
Okay.
ladybugs off of my vegetables?
Don't.
They're good for the
Well, they're
vegetables.
eating holes in my weeds.
No, they're not.
They are tearing them
They ain't
down.
They're eating the critters that eat
you
the
better
holes.
be looking at something else.
Okay. No, but that's like Ladybug
bet-
Kingdom out there.
Yeah.
Bring
it's
me
not,
some.
the ladybugs are out there, but they're not. I don't think they're eating all eating your leaves.
No, they don't eat leaves. They eat other bugs.
Well, then the other
It's
bugs.
usually your grasshoppers
Just some seven
and your,
dust.
stuff like that. Usually your grasshoppers are probably eating your leaves.
Well, something is. They're tearing them down.
Yeah. We used to use a product called Dipel.
Uh-huh.
There's a product called Orthene. There's God knows different types of garden.
Seven Dust.
Seven Dust.
Yep.
Okay.
You can buy Seven Dust. Just sprinkle it on there because you're going to cook them anyway. Just
Yeah.
sprinkle the Seven Dust on it. You got 5% Seven Dust. We always use the 10% Seven Dust, and it says Seven Dust on it.
Yep.
You can get that.
SEVIN Dust.
Garden store.
What about for watermelon
Right.
plants? Because I got some watermelons
What
growing.
about-
They're tearing them down
You
too.
can do the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do the same. You put the Seven Dust on where it's for insects.
Okay.
It's not systemic. It's not going to get inside the watermelon.
Nope.
Okay.
And if you put it on there and it rains, just have to go out there and put it back on
Okay. It's.
because it doesn't go in the plant.
But I've got ladybug. I don't want to kill the ladybugs. 'Cause I like
No,
them.
don't
but
kill
I've got
ladybug.
ladybug kingdoms going out there in my garden now.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
you can actually
Oh,
buy
yeah.
them by the thousands.
I don't need to.
In
If you
order
want
to
some,
bring
come to
them
my
in.
house. I've got 1,000,000 of them on my little garden.
Well, that's good because ladybugs got scarce.
Yeah, they
years
did.
ago.
Well, they're all at my house.
Yeah,
That's
they're
why.
fine. But they're coming back.
Oh.
And I can't remember what chemical they were claiming we were using to do that. And I think that chemical was banned. I don't remember what it was, but they're coming back because I see a lot of them.
Well, I don't want to hurt the ladybugs. They're our friends. I
No.
like them. I just don't want them eating my mat.
They don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're great. Just
Good.
keep them.
Okay, then I won't mess
They
with them.
Increase
Okay.
their numbers.
Good
But
to know.
Encourage them to mate.
I'll let you run.
Okay.
I mean, I'm headed to Greensboro this morning. Got to get a dozer and carry it to done. But yeah, I'll be listening. Thank God I can listen to you all day today. I'm riding and glad.
Well, that's
Okay,
good.
while you're riding and driving, get your notebook out and write down some stuff, some information for me, because two things I need. One of those two things is somebody that's able to climb a utility pole. My own, not one of them that the power company owns. I got two of them that need to be climbed. And the other one is I'm going to look for local grass-fed beef this year.
Right, right. Raven, I got to tell you something about the grass-fed beef.
Okay.
I really, I mean, I've been in it. I was in it all my life. I got rid of my cows years ago, but I raised cows most of my life.
Uh-huh.
And grass-fed beef is a fantastic thing. I listened to the guy talk about it, and he finished it on grass. But let me tell you something, on the eastern part of the United States, and I've told this before, 10 pounds of grass equals a gallon of water over here in the eastern part. That's why your
Understand that.
Midwestern and your Western grass-fed beef is a whole lot better. It has more nutrients in it. And when he said he finished them on grass, I wanted to find out what grass he was finishing them on. Fescue is a sweet grass. Rye is a type of a sweet grass. But the thing about it, you're getting so much water, and I've had people over the years that would buy one that was grass-fed here, and when they put their hamburger patty in there, it'd be big as something like a Burger King burger, and when it got done with it, it looked like
a biscuit.
What is it called? And they had a pan full of water.
Uh-huh.
Now, what we always did, if somebody wanted, we had grass-fed beef. If somebody wanted to buy a cow and have it butchered, we would put it in the stall and we would feed it natural grain. And what we would do, we would go right down there and I'll Cliff Barbie's place right there at Jarmer's Fort, and we would make our feed. And we didn't put additives in it, and we would even put molasses in it. And we would feed them for 4 to 5 weeks. And then you would butcher, and it got the water out.
Then that's what I want to find, somebody who does that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'll look around. I don't know exactly who. I mean, the guy was right, but I just don't know where he was, what type of grass he was finishing them with.
Okay.
And if it was around here, I just can't, unless it was a certain type of dry grass that I don't know about. You get a lot of water.
Okay.
Well, I hope he's listening.
We will find out, but we got his number.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, bud.
Thank you, Timmy. How are you? Bye-bye. Howard, how are you, sir?
Well, I'm hanging in there. I'd like to say hi to Tim. I haven't heard him in a long time because of the traveling they're having me doing. I'm coming from Bergall right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I start off in Jacksonville and head up to Richlands and Beulahville and Wallace and Bergall. It's about 165 miles round trip, and I do that 3 days a week.
So 723, you're already on your way back after making those trips?
Yeah, I had to pull over so I could call you because I know I have Bluetooth, and I know that would be a disaster.
Yes, it is.
Good?
But thank you for
Can you
that.
hear me?
I got you.
Can you hear me all right?
You're perfect. You sound like studio quality almost.
Okay, good. Well, the big news is Mandy had to go back for training, and she just is absolutely terrified of loud noises, thunderstorms, cars, radios, no matter what. She'll run and hide under the bed, and after consulting with my advocate, they decided to take her back for training, and unbeknownst to me, they called me up one day and said, would you like another dog? Because we have the perfect dog for you. And she's just turned a year when I got her for Memorial Day. This dog doesn't let anything bother her.
Okay.
I mean, the thunderstorms that we've been having, the real bad ones,
yes.
The beagles would run underneath the bed and hide. She'd be laying in her bed sleeping. It doesn't bother her at all. Fireworks on the 4th of July, no problem.
Good.
You know, so she's absolutely wonderful. She got a clean bill of health. Her name is Sophie, and she's now a year and 2 months, and she's 62 pounds.
Wow.
What kind of dog is she?
She's a pure lab, and she is beautiful. Oh
Aw.
my God! So that's the one I'd like to bring over there, and when I get a chance, and I'm not working, driving 18 million miles, to stop over and have you guys meet her. She gives hugs.
Oh,
Good.
good. I'm all about that.
Yeah, we got that.
Yeah, and she has not met a single person or animal that she doesn't love.
Good, because I got a couple here she may love.
Do you,
Yeah.
are you ready to go over to the wall
Yeah,
yet?
with Sophie I am.
Okay.
I'd actually be afraid that Mandy would be scared. To tell you
Okay.
the truth. That's how bad she had gotten.
Hmm.
You know,
Okay.
she had just, I don't know if something happened to her when she was a baby or what, but Sophie came from a litter of 10, 8 females and 2 males.
Okay.
And believe it or not, the breeder still has her sister named Sadie, and Sadie every morning looks for Sophie because they grew up for a year together. That's a long time for a
Yes,
dog.
it is.
You know?
Yeah.
So she misses her, and they also have 2 Great Danes that are training to be service dogs. So it's amazing. She has her vest. She's got an in-training thing on, and she's got 3 more classes to go before she is certified for PTS.
Well, that's good. Excellent.
Yay.
Yay.
They
Yay.
don't call it PTSD anymore either, you know.
It's PTS.
I was corrected on that. It's PTS.
That's what I've been calling it.
Yeah, I know. But for years it was always PTSD. Originally they called it shell shock.
Yes.
But yeah. So other than that, I mean, she is the absolute love of my life. I miss Mandy, but the thing is, she just Mandy would be, I guess, an okay dog if she was just a house dog. But even then, you don't want to have a house dog that's scared to death about any loud noise.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Not around here for sure. And
Yeah,
before
the
you
Beagles-
decide to
the
come
Beagles,
over,
on the other hand, you can understand that.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
before you decide to come over, make sure you make contact so we can give you directions to our new digs.
Yeah, I know. I've heard that it's out in the God's country, huh?
Yep, it is. Okay.
Yeah, that's no problem. I
Okay.
drive all over God's country, but thing is, and then she is a card-carrying Republican, I got to tell you. But yeah, she came from South. I don't know if I have to tell you. She came from South Carolina. I had to go down to South Carolina with a buddy from the Legion post, and he drove me because I did not want to drive down there. And Myrtle Beach on Bike Week.
Oh,
Oh,
Lord.
wow. Yeah. That would have been
First,
busy.
we hit the Blueberry Festival. Then we hit Bike Week.
Oh, I've done
And
that.
then and it was GPS that sent us through the main drag on Bike Week. Can you imagine?
Oh, that was smart.
And then my buddy said on the way back, "The heck with this, we're gonna just take the interstate." And we got back in half the time.
Yep.
But yeah, she was an angel. The first time in a car, and all she did was lay in the back seat and relax, get up once in a while, look around at the digs, and then lay back down. And she just is absolute. You guys, anyone that has seen this dog said, "If you don't want her, I'll take her." I'm
Yeah.
serious. Even the vet said, "Is there any way you could bring her in once a week just to stay with us so that
Yeah, how much you paying us?
people coming in could see how great she is?"
Yeah.
So,
You can charge the vet for that visit instead of them charging you.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
No. And then they're suggesting that I have her certified for diabetes, heart. Oh, you guys didn't know I had a mild heart attack in June.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah, and here's something else about Sophie. I was in serious trouble. I put the Beagles away. I called 911, unlocked the door, laid back down on the bed. Sophie came up, put her head on my chest, and stayed there until the ambulance came.
Good dog.
Oh,
And then
that's
she moved
good.
off to the side.
Mhm.
And my neighbors came over and took care of my dogs while I was away. I was gone for almost a week.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
yeah, and but that's the difference. I honestly think Mandy would have probably been scared to death.
Probably. But,
So
anyway.
dangerous in the house. She
Okay.
wanted to give the ambulance drivers hugs, and I said, no. Just tell her to go down. You know, but
Oh, well, I
she's
can't wait to
she's
meet
an
her.
angel. You guys are going to absolutely love her. And
All about it.
with her, Kelly, I know I can go and
Okay.
see the monument.
Then it's a date. We're gonna plan a date. I'm gonna take you over there.
Yeah, I got to get it out of my system.
Yeah.
Everyone is telling me at my Legion post and everything that I need to get it out of my system.
You do.
So that I can
Move on.
I had trouble watching Hacksaw Ridge, and I don't know if you've ever seen it.
Oh,
or not.
yes.
I've seen a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but
we'll work on
during
this.
the movie, I started a little embarrassed to cry.
Mm-hmm.
Mandy jumped up on my lap, and a 60-pound dog on your lap is not a pleasant experience. It takes a while for her to maneuver herself so it's not causing pain. And she laid in my lap for the entire movie.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, we will go and work on this so it can to address it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I may have to because I know the VA will pay for any counseling. I may have to set up counseling after I go to the monument.
We'll work on that too. I got this.
Yeah, we have to, and I'd like to see you if
That's
you don't
fine.
mind,
Yep.
because I feel comfortable with you.
We'll do
All right,
this.
guys.
Yep.
Well,
All right,
it's been
thank
a
you,
pleasure
Howard.
to talk to you. It's been ages since I talked
Yes,
to
it has been.
We'll
Been
get up
wondering.
with you.
Thank you, sir.
you.
Bye.
All right, thank
Have
you.
a good one.
Have a good day.
You're live and local, Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. Weather. Oh, no. Yeah, weather's
weather.
next.
Save just by being you. DriveWise and the Allstate mobile app gives you personalized driving feedback. And by adding it to your policy, you can save for driving safe just by being yourself. Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands at Allstate. Click, call, or visit allstate.com to save today. Not available in every state. Savings based on DriveWise and other state driving discounts. Savings vary. Subject to terms and conditions. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
This is a metaphor for your business's journey. Sometimes it feels like you're going 100 miles an hour, barely keeping up. But to cruise through challenges, you need someone who's right there with you. That's what Dell Technologies advisors do. They have the Windows PCs and tech advice you need to get past whatever's in front of you and get where you want to go. Call an advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL. A start to a simpler experience with Windows 11 Pro.
Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, is ready for summer, and you should be too, with the Cub Cadet XT Enduro Series. These lawn tractors were engineered for strength, comfort, and versatility. Each machine features a strong deck with a variety of sizes available, designed to deliver a premium cut. An assortment of attachments and accessories, sold separately, allow you to use your mower for more than just cutting grass. Stop by Mills International Incorporated today and find out how the Cub Cadet XT Endurance Series is tailored to help unlock all the possibilities of your lawn. Head to your local Cub Cadet dealer, Mills International Incorporated, at 801 South Queen Street for exceptional offers, expert advice, and superior service.
A plan every adult family member should consider is the pre-arranged funeral. It's the worry-saving thing to do for your family. Making pre-arrangements helps to alleviate the additional stress on family members that can come with arranging a loved one's funeral. Jones Funeral Home's prepaid funeral plan helps remove confusion. They make a practical evaluation of cost possible, and it's the best way to take an unpleasant task off the shoulders of the family. Call Jones Funeral Home at 455-1281.
With locations in Jacksonville, Richland, Swansboro, and Holly Ridge.
When vacationing on our beautiful Crystal Coast, you come for the slower pace, the gentle waves, the salty air, and the quality time with family and friends. So while you enjoy our little piece of paradise, let the Barrow Low Country Kitchen help with meals. We'd love to cater your next family event with one of our Carolina-style seafood boils, enough to feed your entire crew. Or enjoy your meal outside at our pavilion on the waterfront. Come by land or by boat to the Barrow Low Country Kitchen in downtown Swansboro.
Hey, this is Dave Miller, Jacksonville High School Athletic Director. Promoting the Jacksonville High School Booster Club Cardinal Night, July 28th at 6 p.m. at the Rustic Barn on Gum Branch Road. Grand prize is a golf cart donated by Swinging Things. Other prizes include a $5,000 gift certificate from Armstrong and Tant Dentistry and a photography package from Shapiro Productions. Tickets are $100, includes dinner for two from Millville Islands Catering. Come out and support Jacksonville High School Cardinals Athletics.
To secure your tickets today, head to the Jacksonville High School Booster Club Facebook page.
If you're a biker or motorcycle enthusiast and love the mountains of North Carolina, then the Clarkton Motel in beautiful Maggie Valley, North Carolina, in the heart of the Great Smoky Mountains, is the place for you. You see, the Clarkton Motel is biker owned and offers bike tours through some of the most beautiful and breathtaking scenery in the world. While visiting, you may want to visit the Wheels Through Time Museum. Wheels Through Time is home to the world's premier collection of rare American vintage motorcycles and houses over 300 of America's rarest and most historic classic motorcycles, including the likes of Harley-Davidson, Indian, Excelsior, Henderson, and many more. The Clarkton Motel has a pool, kitchens, and king and queen size beds are available and offers Sunday through Thursday discounts. That's the Clarkton Motel, 1527 Soco Road, Maggie Valley, North Carolina. For reservations, phone 1-800-787-6998. Visit www.motorcyclefriendlymotel.com.
This is Bill from Bill Cycle Salvage in Jacksonville, North Carolina, and I approve this message.
When Ronnie Watson and Steve Matthews first came to Emerald Isle, they came by ferry or private boat because there was no bridge. As the area grew, Ronnie Watson became mayor. And since that beginning, the Emerald Isle and Atlantic Beach area has continued to grow and is one of the top family beaches on the East Coast. In 1978, Ronnie and Steve formed Watson Matthews Real Estate and joined the residential development of Emerald Isle. They were the developers of several residential subdivisions, including Land's End, Emerald Plantation, and played a part in the development of Emerald Landing, Royal Oaks, Stauffen Ridge, and several others. Ronnie and Steve realized that the spectacular growth would not have been possible without the community, military families, and neighbors. Watson Matthews Real Estate, serving Emerald Isle and the Atlantic Beach area since 1978. Phone 252-354-2872. Online at watsonmatthews.com.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
All right, 7:36. Go on your mark. Get ready. Get set. Go. Almost get ready. 1 hour, a little less than an hour, about 54 minutes from right now, the doors at Tideline Marine will be open for business. That's BIZNESS, by the way. They will open up and come on down and find out what's new, what kind of stuff that you're going to need for fishing this weekend or today if you want to go. Weather's looking pretty good for it for the next few days for sure. Inshore, offshore, nearshore, whatever. They've got stuff for you, anything from wahoo to pinfish if you want to catch some pinfish. Kids like to catch pinfish. Did you know that? You ever been pin fishing?
Yes.
By accident or intentionally?
Well, by accident,
Yeah,
yes.
well, we used to go and
Aggravating.
when I was a little kid, and of course, the little dock that we had down at Sneaks Ferry, that's what we could catch were pinfish. My grandmother actually cleaned them and cooked them for us. They are bony. You think spots are bony? Pinfish are really bony. Well, lots of toothpicks in them. But anyway, she did it. She said, you caught it. We're going to clean it and we're going to cook it. So that's what we did. That's what grandmothers are for, right?
That's right.
But anyway, if you want to catch a bluefish, if you want to catch Spanish mackerel, you want to catch in the rivers, spots, all of that's available. That's coming on strong right now, too, speaking of spots. And this fall here in the next month or so, they should be lining what we call the spot yachts. You cross the bridge there at Emerald Isle, going over to Emerald Isle, look down there below in early morning. When the spots are running, you will see those areas lit up with boats, and they're out there trying to catch those things. At the fishing piers, oh my goodness, all night long, people will be on the piers waiting for the spots to come running by, and they'll been stacking those suckers and taking them home and eating them. They're good eating. They are good eating. Takes a lot of them to fill you up, but they're good eating. But Tideline Marine has got everything that you need, from spot fishing to the red drums to the speckled trout. And the bigger fish offshore, not a problem with it. They got them. Near shore, like I said, Spanish mackerel, the bite is on, and it is hot. They got plenty of stuff for that. And out there even further, all the way out, not very far, 20, 25 miles, you can catch wahoo now, which is really cool. That's close to shore. Wahoo, dolphin, king mackerel, all that good stuff is out there. And if you want a new boat to be able to get there, Tideline Marine's got some really beautiful aqua sport boats in stock waiting for you. It can take you near shore. It can take you further out there on decent days like today and this week. You can go to wherever you want to go. No problems, no issues. Should not have a problem whatsoever at all. You can maneuver it. The inlets will be nice, and the weather forecast is calling for that. 159 Old Bridge Street on the banks of the New River. That's where you'll find Tideline Marine. The door's open and a little under 50 minutes from now. Northwesterly winds offshore 5 to 10, becoming southerly in the afternoon. Seas 2 to 3, dominant period 7 seconds. Sounds and rivers only a light chop. Westerly winds tomorrow about 5 knots, becoming southerly in the afternoon. Seas around 2 feet. Sounds and rivers flat, increasing to a light chop in the afternoon. Thursday, southerly winds 5 to 10, seas around 2 feet, sounds and rivers a light chop.
Today, mostly sunny, high of 92, but a heat index value today as high as 100. Tonight, partly cloudy, low of 73. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, high of 94, and the heat index value tomorrow is going to be as high as 101. Tomorrow night, mostly clear, low of 73, and on Thursday, sunny, high of 93.
Can you imagine in Death Valley temperatures 30 degrees or more higher than they are here, and that's not the heat index.
I used to live near there, so
No.
yes.
Never come out of the house.
No. Dig me a deep burrow and
It
try to
was
put me
crazy.
down there below the sand or
Yes.
somewhere. Okay, we'll take a break, and when we come back, unless we got callers, we're going to do another commentary. You ready for that?
Oh, well,
Oh, yeah. You're live and local, Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. We'll be right back.
Serving our area for over 40 years now, did you know Flatwoods Outfitters is Onslow County's oldest firearm dealer? Whether you want to purchase a rifle or shotgun for hunting or competition, or a handgun for personal security, Flatwoods Outfitters is our area's most complete firearm facility. Flatwoods Outfitters features a great selection of name brand long guns, shotguns, and handguns to choose from, and offers Onslow County's only outdoor range to practice and learn how to safely operate your firearm, which Flatwoods Outfitters highly recommends. The range is now open Monday through Saturday from 9 to 6 p.m. and 12 to 4 on Sundays to practice and sight in your scope. Flatwoods Outfitters, Onslow County's oldest firearm facility, 111 Second Amendment Lane, just off Highway 24 between Jacksonville and Swansboro and Hubert.
If you love racing, you don't want to miss the All-American Showdown this coming Saturday, July 28th at New River All-America Speedway, 4744 Richlands Highway, Jacksonville. Enjoy all the excitement featuring USAC, Eastern Midgets, and Southern Ground Pounders vintage race cars, plus the hometown heroes and the Swansboro Liquidation Bombers, and the always thrilling Jump Carts, also in action. Gates open at 5 p.m., green flag at 8 p.m. Tickets $10 and kids 5 and under free. For more information, visit newriverspeedway.com or call 910-708-0202.
Attention property owners, are you fed up with bad tenants, under market rents, and late payments? At Fountain Management, we provide unrivaled levels of expertise and all the tools and services you need to make owning a rental property easy and profitable. Are you ready to talk about taking the management of your real estate investment to the next level? Well, contact us today. Fountain Management, 910-455-1609. We will make owning your rental property simple and rewarding.
Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing specializes in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting. In fact, they paint most anything except cars, including homes, businesses, apartment complexes, decks, and they do minor repairs, wood repairs, pressure washing, waterproofing, and more, including storm repair and cleanup. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing, fully licensed, insured, and locally owned and operated by Roger Carroll Jr. References available and customer satisfaction is always guaranteed. So if you want it painted, maintained, power washed, or need a new roof, call Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, and Power Washing at 910-939-0749 or visit southerntouchpaintingnc.com. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing salutes our troops and is proud to be part of the continued growth of Onslow and surrounding counties.
Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, your trusted local carrier indoor weather team, serving all of your heating and air conditioning needs since 1967. Now offers residential and commercial duct and dryer vent cleaning, and now offers expert residential and commercial plumbing service. In case of a power outage due to a storm or for any other reason, be prepared with a Generac generator for your home or business. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning has stock ready to install today. Remember, better breathing comes with cleaner air. Let Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning improve the air quality in your home or business with professional air duct cleaning. As always, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning is available 24/7 for all your heating, cooling, and plumbing emergency needs. Turn to the Carrier experts, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, with locations in Jacksonville and Hampstead. Visit online, humphreyheating.com. And follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning since 1967. Relax. We're on the way.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Okay, we're back. And, I'm going to preface commentary today with a little bit of information. Commentary meaning an opinionated piece right up front. This is my opinion. In saying that live and local, we will be leading a charge to encourage every person who can legally vote, get your butt registered. Study the candidates and their platforms, and if they're already in office, scroll through the minutes of whatever board they're on or whatever office they hold and check their records. Do due diligence, okay? This fall, there are a number of challengers seeking seats on municipal boards in towns across Onslow County and other counties as well. If you're a legal resident of this county and a resident of any of the towns in this county, please verify that you are registered in the precinct you currently reside. If you have moved here from another county, or if you've moved to a different precinct, make sure to correct the information at the Board of Elections. And if you're not registered to vote, if you're just coming of age, you're turning 18, do it at your earliest convenience. Our constitutional rights are reinforced or surrendered at the polling place. You agree with that?
I hear what you're saying.
Yes, I do.
Forget the presidential race next year. All eyes are on North Carolina's gubernatorial race, at least all Democrat eyes. With the current state's Attorney General, Josh Stein, taking on the state's Lieutenant Governor, Mark Robinson. His first run, by the way, for political office ever was this past time. The pair are at a virtual photo finish at this time. That's according to pretty much every poll. Many of us have our favorites, admittedly, but the realism is that it's a crapshoot, and it will depend on how many of the state's unaffiliated voters decide which way to go. As it stands today, statewide, 34% of the state's registered voters are Democrats, 36% are Republicans, pretty much a dead heat. 30% are unaffiliated. Dems versus Republicans, and it's a virtual tie depending upon how many of each party actually turns out. The key will be the unaffiliated. Given that more conservatives who aren't affiliated vote than liberals, the answer would be an easy one. Normally, two factors come into play now. Who is more likely to get out the vote? That's one unanswered question. Usually comes down to who's more disgusted with politics overall and who will choose to sit it out. Another factor to be studied, who is leaving their party of choice and jumping to the other party. And as yet another factor that political observers should be studying, who is leaving their parties and becoming independents and why? Are there more Democrats or Republicans who are most disgusted with their parties? Typically, 60% of unaffiliated voters vote with Republicans, 40% voting with Democrats. That's typically. Now is the time for political strategists to be working their butts off. You can bet that the DNC will be pouring tons of money into next year's North Carolina governor's race, doing everything to make sure the Tar Heel state keeps a Democrat in the mansion. Republicans from far and wide have the opportunity to take over in a big way. How much of this will depend on the presidential race? Probably a lot more than in the 2016 and 2020 races that saw the state split, with Roy Cooper taking the top dog position while Trump led the presidential ticket in the state both times. Of course, in 2020, we saw a politically unknown step up to the plate and become lieutenant governor as a Republican. It was a crazy year for sure. Strategists from both parties have their hands full, and we at Live and Local Real Talk will be having a field day. We will continue to encourage each and every eligible person in this area, especially those who are not registered but are at Camp Lejeune or MCAS New River, for your tours of duty to register to vote in Onslow County. Let me point this out one more time. It won't be the last time. Your vote in Onslow and North Carolina will count a lot more than your votes for the presidential ticket wherever you're from. Let that sink in. Do the math if you don't believe me. And besides that, your vote from Onslow County will still count in the presidential race. You get to vote for president even if you're in Onslow County, y'all. The difference is obvious. You will live under rules adopted by local governments, by the state of North Carolina, as well as by the U.S. government while you're here. Whatever happens in Yuma, Arizona, or Tupelo, Mississippi, or New York City will not impact you until and if you ever move back there. This is a no-brainer. Cast your ballots where the actions of local and state governments will impact you now. If you're living aboard Camp Lejeune, if you're a Marine stationed in this area but living off the base, whatever, register to vote here. If you're going to be here through next year especially, make sure you're registered to vote here. Your actions will help or hurt. Your lack of action can hurt you and your families. Let's take a break. You're live in local Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME. We'll be right back.
The Seaview Pier is a family pier complete with bait and tackle shop, rod and reel rentals, and accessories. The restaurant serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner and features a complete menu from burgers to ocean fresh seafood, straight to you from the briny blue. With the Seaview Motel right next door and the most affordable rates on the coast, you can make it a vacation or a weekend of Carolina pier fishing. It's all here, including the fish. The Seaview Pier Motel Restaurant, mile marker 18, North Topsail Beach, across the bridge just south from Seas Ferry. To find out what's biting or for motel reservations, call anytime 910-328-3172.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
This just in, I think there's been a prison break, and reports are saying it's the Scorcher. Yes, the Scorcher has escaped and is running rampant across Comfortville. Apparently, he's targeting innocent air conditioning units. Yes, and wait a second. It seems that reports are flooding in of unfortunate citizens feeling uncomfortable, hot, and in extreme cases, I hesitate to say this on the air, people are even sweating. Wait a minute, we're now getting word there seems to be some sort of disturbance. Oh, Bryant Man is on the scene, and he has apprehended the Scorcher. All right. Tune in again for another tale of Bryant Man, always doing whatever it takes.
Call Down East Heating and Air Conditioning at 346-4311 and let them keep you comfortable this summer. Down East Heating and Air, serving our community for over 25 years. Down East can also help you with your home guttering needs. Call Down East today, 346-4311.
Hello, shoppers. Take advantage of the following specials and many more at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store, where good things cost less. Down the street on the Richlands Highway here in Jacksonville and Main Street, Maysville. Half-cut, boneless ribeye loins, just $8.99 a pound. Fresh ground round is only $4.79 a pound. How about St. Louis-style ribs, just $1.99 a pound. Whole bottom round is only $3.59 a pound. Whole boneless pork loin, just $1.59 a pound. How about a jumbo pack size fryer wings, just $2.29 a pound? And you get a 2-pound package of Bright Leaf hot dogs for just $8.99. And remember, the beef and pork is cut fresh every day by the butchers. That's your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store. And they use only the finest of certified Angus beef and Sanderson's Farm chicken. Over in produce, you get 2 pints of ruby grape tomatoes for just $4. Navel oranges are only 59 cents each. Tropical mangoes are only 99 cents each. How about a 3-pound bag of red sweet onions for just $4.99? Yellow or zucchini squash is only $1.99 a pound. Tart California lemons, only 59 cents each. And crisp green cabbage is only 69 cents a pound. And you get 2 2-liter size Cokes or Sprites for just $4. That's your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store. Good things called Sliss, down home down the street, the Richlands Highway, Jacksonville, and Main Street in Maysville. Remember, say big with the pig.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
It's live and on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Back, and I think we have Bill on the line. Is that right, Bill?
Yes. Good morning. How are you today?
Doing fine.
There's a couple of things.
Yes, go ahead.
Good. You were emphasizing like voting here locally for the military.
Yep.
And I would agree with that too. And I had changed my voting status from my home state to here, just one for ease of voting, and then. But they made it easier when I had done it in that it was in the paper, both the Jacksonville Daily News on how to do it, and then what would qualify you to do it is, whatever residency kind of thing you had to change from your home state to Jacksonville or North Carolina, and then and also in the Globe, the base newspaper, and it was pretty much a step-by-step what you had to do. And I was just wondering why they haven't done that in recent years. And then I was going to say, too, for your, if once you had your heart attack, if they had told you to not use iodized salt, and that might have led to that any kind of thyroid thing if you stopped using that in your diet after your heart attack.
Did not. But I wasn't using much salt anyway.
Yeah, good. But anyway, and there was one other thing that I think it was, I'm not sure who called in, but anyway, it was, he calls in a lot, Tim, the truck driver.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's funny how, like, I always get a kick out of the advertising for beef, et cetera, for pricing, say grass-fed or this or that. No unnatural additives, or all natural grown. But, when you think about, like, all your cattle industry and any of the other meat-producing industries, all the males that are born, they usually will cut their testicles off early in birth, right after birth, And they have to use hormones to block them out and get them big enough for slaughter. Yet they'll always advertise, it's getting all natural, but all your hormones and feed, et cetera, now are pretty much natural copies that'll, fill out the animals, et cetera.
Mm-hmm.
Well, pardon me. But, it's like the Joe Isuzu ads, where you could drive the Isuzu upside down, et cetera. But they never would advertise what kind of tires you had on that car to do it. But it just hit me as they would advertise the tires right after the Isuzu ads. But anyway, yeah, it was just a couple of thoughts. And, it's sort of funny in the advertising for the meats, especially, it'll always be, and I think it's mostly for pricing, But you're not going to block out any of the cattle unless you do give them hormones, especially all the males that you've done. The females you're going to keep for calving all your heifers and grow them to the size and age till they're ready to calf so you can have the next generation. But anyway, it's just a couple points that I wanted to hit on. And I know they used to put it in the newspaper.
Well, I'm going to check on that. I'm going to check on that. I will be checking on that, and we will do it. We'll put it on our Facebook page, And chances are the Daily News is listening, and they will probably jump on the same story. Okay.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
And probably the Topsail Times as well.
Yep.
All right.
Good.
Thank you, Bill.
Bye, Bill.
Voting residence for service members and their families. What is the voting residence? Why is it important? Your voting residence is within your state of legal residence or domicile. It is the address that you consider your permanent home and where you had a physical presence. Your state of legal residence is used for state income tax purposes. That is the biggest problem.
Yep.
That's the biggest problem that we face here in North Carolina. A lot of states where these young Marines and sailors are from, they don't have state income taxes.
Right.
If they file in North Carolina, they declare North Carolina as their home residence, then they cannot vote in North Carolina. They don't have to pay income tax, but then they don't have the right to vote in North Carolina.
Correct. Well, a lot of them, the problem is, Rayford, you have to understand, a lot of these young Marines don't give one flying kitty about voting.
I understand that too, but they do register to vote, and we do know that they vote in their home state.
Not all of them.
Not all of them, of course, not all of them.
Some of them don't vote at all.
15% of Onslow County votes in a municipal election.
I know.
Give me a break.
It's sad.
That's the registered voters.
I think we're just going to have a hard time getting the military because, especially the ones who are like, I'm leaving here in 2 years. It just doesn't matter to them. I understand what you're saying, and I understand why. But to them, it does not
it's
matter.
the here and now. Change it if you move.
Yeah, but they just don't want to do it.
If I move from New Hanover to Onslow County, I immediately change my voting here. When I move from Onslow to New Hanover County, I immediately change my voting.
Yeah,
so
but
I can
that's
vote
because
there.
voting is important to you, but it's not important to everybody, sadly.
Well, y'all need to get out and get your heads out of your backsides.
I hear you.
All right, you're live and local Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
WSME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. The Biden administration is suing the state of Texas over new floating border barriers.
We will take this lawsuit all the way to the United States Supreme Court.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott on special report with Brett Baer. The lawsuit says the buoys in the Rio Grande River violate federal navigation law, threaten public safety, and impede federal law enforcement. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy says Republican investigations into Biden family business deals are rising to the level of an impeachment inquiry.
When President Biden was running for office, he told the American public that he's never talked about business. He said his family has never received $1 from China, which we now proved is not true.
Speaker McCarthy with Fox's Sean Hannity. An Alabama woman who reported she was kidnapped after reporting a toddler walking by the side of the road admits she made the whole thing up. Carly Russell is expected to meet with investigators today. She could face criminal charges. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1.
WSME.
It's live and local. Real Talk.
All right, I got a solution. The legislature needs to get involved. I don't often recommend that, but here's the problem that our military faces, and these are the laws. This is the law. State of legal residence and voting residence are sometimes mistaken for home of record. While your voting residence may be the same as your home of record at the beginning of your military career, you need to update your voting residence if you change your legal residence or domicile at any point. To claim do we have to explain domicile? That's where you live. That's where you live. To claim a new legal residence or domicile, consult your legal counsel or military legal assistance office, as there may be other factors to consider, such as tax implications. That's where a problem lies. You may only have one legal voting residence at a time. We know that. Service members, your voting residence is typically the same address as the one listed on your leave and earnings statement, which defines your state for withholding state taxes. North Carolina charges state taxes. Here's a solution. Since these guys are not paying state taxes now, because they're claiming in some state that they came from, that Indiana, that doesn't have income tax, right?
Okay.
So if they're claiming that, then that's where they have to vote. They can't vote here. You can't vote in two places.
Unless.
But if the state of since they're not paying state taxes anyway, state income taxes, why not just For any active duty military,
Mhm.
they can claim North Carolina as their home of residence and register to vote here and be tax exempt here as far as state income tax is concerned. What would be the difference?
I thought they were.
Well,
Military is
going back
stated.
to having only one
Or is
residence
that
to register
retirees?
to show your voting, to satisfy your voting requirements, that's good for most people, except if you're Mark Meadows.
Except if you're what?
Mark Meadows.
Oh, well, Mark Meadows is a special exception,
Yes.
special case all the way around.
In North Carolina, military retirement's not taxable.
I understand that.
Yeah.
That's not the same.
No, yeah, I was thinking it was everything but it's not. It's just for retirement.
My
Okay.
retirement's not taxable either.
So I hear what you're saying.
So if they're not paying state taxes now, and we're not getting a true representation of the people of this state, especially this county and Cumberland County, if we're not getting a true, and Havelock as well, Craven County, if we're not getting a true representation at the polls, because these people don't register to vote in North Carolina.
And see, that has always been a problem. That's why you find out Onslow County, Cumberland County have low voter turnout.
That's
They
right.
always have.
So if we could get that changed, there would be no excuse. There's no reason now, but there will be no excuse
I'll have to go back.
not to register to vote in North Carolina,
I have
right?
to go back and research, but there was legislation that was proposed at one time on that. I don't know whatever happened
Well,
to
we'll
it.
get our
It was years
senator in
ago.
here. We'll get our
Yes.
senator in here soon.
But you're also going on the presumption that everybody wants to vote, but not everybody does.
That everybody doesn't have the right to vote. We got to give them the right to vote. We
Okay.
don't. We can't even get all of the registered voters in Onslow County to vote.
Correct.
We can't get but 15% at any municipal election.
Right.
And you have to understand that a lot of the young military that are registered out of state that are here and they comprise the population here in Onslow County, they are either living on base or renting somewhere. So they're not going to change their address to here. They're going
Uh-huh.
to keep their home of record.
Why?
Well, because good question, why? But a year from now they'll be leaving and going someplace else.
Yeah.
Or 2 years, or
Or
3
2
years.
years,
They're coming
that's
here
right.
for 3 year stints these days
Right.
or more.
That has always been a big.
There's a bet.
I bet.
What are we betting?
There will be a higher percentage of turnout in Holly Ridge than in Jacksonville for the municipal elections this year.
Well, partly
I
because
can't believe that.
I agree that, but for the fact that Holly Ridge has a
They care.
contested
9
race,
people.
They-
Jacksonville don't.
They care.
I don't know if it's care. Well,
The voters care.
if we had, I think you would see a higher turnout here if
Nobody's
some
gonna
races
take my
were
bet.
contested. Well, I agree with you, but look at what was.
Well, you
9
know
people
what?
In Holly Ridge?
9 people
For what,
filing
3
for, I
seats?
think, 3 seats in Holly
Yeah,
Ridge.
people
Holly
would
Ridge is
turn
a
out for
booming
that.
town.
Yeah, but people, if they got somebody they dislike or somebody they particularly really like, of course they're going to go out and try to get their person in. The problem is in Jacksonville, for example, only one race is contested? No,
Only
2.
one.
No,
It was just Ward 4 with
Ward 4,
Angelia
Angela. Is that the only
Washington
one?
and Juan Beltran.
okay.
And guess
then only
what?
one.
That's one that the vote of Board Camp Lejeune
It's not- they're not
could
gonna
make
vote
a
anyway, yeah.
significant
I know.
difference.
I
That's
hear you.
right.
Yeah.
You want to send one of your own put one of your own into office?
That's all they have to do
Register to
is go
vote.
out there and find the civilians living on the base.
Civilians or
Mhm.
military
If
that
they're
would
registered here.
register here.
Right.
But if they're under the Hatch Act, if they're military, can they run?
No, they can't run, but they can vote.
Yes.
Well, they can
This
vote,
guy's
yeah.
retired.
Okay.
Right. But I agree. I think you'll win that bet right there because I agree because Holly
Well,
Ridge
up
is
it-
very
I'll make it
contested right now.
$10. How about $100?
No, let's just keep it at $1. Match our pay.
Well, I don't think it's a non-bet because most people in Jacksonville, because only one contested race, people aren't going to go vote.
Well,
So-
even if all 3 of the races were uncontested, I'm still going to go out and vote.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm still going to go vote and support my mayor.
Either that or write in somebody.
Could do that, but nope.
In a heartbeat.
I'm
That's a good idea.
supporting
Think
our
about that.
existing mayor. He's done a
that's
great
fine.
job.
That's fine. You can do whatever you want to do. But if I decided that whatever,
Right.
I can vote.
We could go write your name in. We could go write his name in, Kelly.
No, for what? Mayor?
Yeah.
I will refuse. You have to be nice.
Yeah, you do it that.
And
Most
Sammy's doing a great job.
Yeah, he is doing a great job.
He's the only one running, so I can say that he's a shoe in on this one.
And I have a new plate to put on the front of my truck that says, "My city, your city, our city."
Well, I thought you would say dinner time or a new plate.
No, I can't. I have to put on the license plate holder first, so the tag holder. So
Gotcha.
I hope I can find
Okay.
it.
I still think it would be a very good thing to do to encourage the people. I mean, if we're going to put them in the city limits of Jacksonville, most of them, or in Onslow County where they are, why shouldn't they not turn out? This
Exactly.
I'm having to agree with Joe on this one, Joe McLaughlin.
Mhm.
This was a screwed up deal from day one.
Yeah.
If the only reason you went out, and I can understand the reason you wanted to go out and put in all these 2,000 extra bodies out there, or however many there are, because it benefits the city and county,
Right.
right? Makes us a bigger area, makes us more eligible for federal funds and federal release and whatever. It helps us. I understand that. But doing it just for that purpose without providing any services whatsoever for these men and women who serve us, without them voting, having a vote, a say-so in what's going on, which they do not have. It's their fault, but they do not have a vote or a say-so in what's going on because we in this state have restricted them.
Well, I wonder how this Cumberland County, how they've got theirs, the city of Fayetteville, have theirs
I don't know.
district.
Don't know.
That would be interesting to find out. They could have at all large seats.
They could, but I
So-
don't think so.
Maybe that's what we need to do in Jacksonville.
We had it, but then we were wrong. We
Uh,
were racially discriminating against somebody.
What difference does it make if you're at large or in a ward? Anybody can run.
Yeah, they can. That
Anybody,
doesn't mean
regardless
that
of your
doesn't
race,
mean they can get
your
elected.
color, your creed, your sexual preference. Anybody can run.
Yep, they can. Doesn't mean they stand a snowball's chance if they are in one of those areas where military
I
doesn't
think
vote.
sometimes we rely too much on worrying about who we're going to offend.
Well, thank goodness that Supreme Court shot down something.
Shooey.
Preferential treatment, I call it.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I agree. That's caused a big old uproar.
No, it did.
Some-
What I'm glad.
some
Indeed.
employers, but I'm just reading this. I was sitting here scrolling through here and see this headline, which I think it highlights people in Washington not understanding how things work.
No kidding.
The headline says Biden administration pushing insurers to improve access to mental health treatment. And it starts off with Biden is making a fresh push to force health insurance companies to improve access to mental health treatment for Americans who too often struggle to find and afford the care they need. Okay, I agree, that's the issue, but the bigger issue is the lack of providers, but also why. A lot of providers now will not take Medicaid.
Yep.
And as a newly Medicaid provider, it's what a nightmare this has been trying to get approved by the state for Medicaid. Which
Do you
we
get
now are.
reimbursed on a regular basis?
Yes. Well, we're working to that. Yes, we've got our effective. We started taking Medicaid last week, and who knows how long it'll take to actually pay us when we submit our claims. But Medicaid provider, quite a few years ago, I worked for a provider of Medicaid. Medicaid has a lot of rules. That's why and their plans have to be signed the first visit, all this other stuff. They only pay $75 a session. That's why
Out of how much is a normal session?
it depends on the insurance company. So depends on, for example, someone that works for State Blue Cross, like a teacher. I have a client that's a teacher. They pay $160. So
What do you charge for somebody with no insurance?
it depends on the individual. You can charge whatever you want. Some providers won't see people. Once again, it depends on your provider. For some people, it's all about money. I've seen providers say what kind of, like Cigna historically pays low. They are low. TRICARE retirees. I know a therapist that will not take TRICARE retirees because TRICARE only pays about $30 a session. And then the copay for that, it's up to the person to pay their copay.
But again, if somebody walks in, I've got no insurance whatsoever. I want a session. I want an hour session. What do you charge?
What do I personally charge? For someone with no insurance, I charge $50. Most therapists will not charge that low. They'll go up 80 to 100. But my thought process is, because I'm not doing this to try to get rich.
Yeah.
If I know they don't have insurance, they probably can't afford it. So 50 would, and some people have to really do even work out where they, pay less if somebody that just truly has no funds. But my standard 50 to 65, depending on their circumstances. But yeah, but not everybody does that.
Somebody for the same.
You could have 5 therapists in an office, for example, and they set their own rates.
But you who charge $50 or $65 for somebody with no insurance, which is kind of like a standard for you, then, right?
For me.
Yeah. Okay. But for you, if somebody has insurance and it's a Blue Cross Blue Shield, they pay $160.
But you don't bill it. So what you do is the insurance company's only going to pay you what they're going to pay you.
I understand that.
So I could bill it $500 and they're only going to pay me like $160, for example.
Okay.
I mean, it is what it is. So, but the problem is insurance rates. So Blue Cross, for example, pays, depending on the Blue Cross plan, like a teacher's, they have a great plan apparently. They pay around $160 a visit. Somebody else, let's say somebody works at, Rayford's Tree Company, and they have a employee Blue Cross plan. They may pay $90 to $100. They may pay $75. Like even the state Blue Cross plans are not the same. It depends on. It's crazy, yes. But a lot of these.
We got to get our insurance commissioner on.
Yes,
I've got questions,
because there's
Michael.
a lot of things like United Healthcare, for example. United Healthcare Medicare, they pay. Oh my word, they're the worst ones of all. They pay about $30 a visit, for example. But see, like Medicaid copay is only $3. So that's, a person with Medicaid, but a TRICARE retiree, their copay. Medicare copay. That's the problem. Some Medicare copays are actually $50 a session, Rayford. It's very sad. And that, so when Biden's talking about improve access, you might want to improve how the insurance companies are regulated, or make a set standard rate across the board.
Yes.
But what my point I've been trying to make is a lot of providers won't take certain insurances, and it's because of how little they pay. A lot of people won't do Medicaid because there's a lot of red tape. Medicaid providers are very few and far between now. So now that we're starting to take Medicaid, I told them we're going to probably have to hire another therapist coming up because we're going to get slam quit. Nobody around here hardly takes Medicaid because they say it pays little and you have to do a lot of paperwork. Who cares? If you're there to help people, you're there to help people. But not everybody sees it that way.
Apparently.
So it's sad. It's frustrating. I get very frustrated.
I'm getting frustrated listening to you.
Yeah.
I need a counseling session.
Something else
frustrates me.
I wanted to bring up also, Kelly.
Yeah.
Just yesterday, I was having a conversation with somebody, and they brought up the fact that you're a healthcare, you work in healthcare, mental counseling. Would you please explain to everyone listening that you work for a nonprofit and it has nothing to do with Trillium, Dick Center, social services? You do not work for any of them.
No, I own my nonprofit.
Right.
Yeah. We are funded for grants through Trillium, but they're state grants. Trillium just fronts the money from the state.
Right.
I don't work for Trillium. I don't work for Dick's Crisis Center. And I don't know where that crazy rumor ever got started. First of all, Dick's Crisis Center is a treatment facility. They are owned by Recovery International out of Tennessee. They are their own group. I'm not affiliated with them. I don't go there. I own my own company. I have a business partner. We've been business partners. We've worked together 22 years. We own Community Prevention Services. Nobody else owns it but us.
So if Robin, as a commissioner, had to vote on anything having to do with mental health, healthcare, it has no bearing on you.
Heck no.
Just wanted to make sure we put that out
Okay, yeah,
there,
let's put that out there for all you that like to talk trash. The only thing Robin ever recuses himself from involving me is I'm on the Onslow County JCPC board. And every 2 years, the board comes up. Your term comes up. If y'all watch any of the commissioner meetings, you see people all the time. They did it.
That's the Juvenile Crime Prevention.
Juvenile Crime Prevention board. Robin recuses himself from voting when my term, and it'll come up next year for reappointment. I've been on the board for probably 10, 12 years now. And he will recuse himself next June. My term expires June 30th next year. So July, whatever meeting, they'll come, or they'll do it before, I think. I think they do it before our term's up. Robin will recuse himself. Other than that, anything Robin Knapp does as a Onslow County Commissioner involving mental health, no way affects anything. But now I'm gonna go say this. Now that the Onslow County Commissioners or Onslow County's in business of helping nonprofits,
right?
Guess whose nonprofit's going to be putting in an application for money for next year for mental health and substance abuse for this county? Yes, I am. Because
you have the right to do that.
They apparently opened it up.
Yep.
Funded a pool. So I'm going to put my money. I've never applied.
And then
for
Robin
money.
can't vote on it.
And Robin just recused the vote. I mean, bottom line, I've never applied for money for my company at all. Not one time. So
Just wanted
for
to
those
clear up that
clear
rumor
up,
again.
well, where did this rumor even come from?
I started it.
Oh, you stop.
Let's take a break. You're live in local real talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
If you plan to rebuild, remodel, repair, or do cottage or home improvements, Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Morris City, should be your first stop. Williams Hardware carries power tools and equipment, chains and fasteners, plumbing and electrical supplies, along with Gerber, Buck, and Case knives. Williams Hardware is your helpful, handy hardware store. Williams Hardware cuts glass to size and custom threads pipe. When the chores are done and the cleanup is finished, light up that Wilmington grill from Williams Hardware. Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Morris City. Open Monday through Saturday from 7:30 till 6 p.m. and Sundays for your convenience, noon till 5. Phone Williams Hardware, 252-726-7158.
Hang in there, Theo. We got a commercial break here, and I got to do a quick weather. There will be with you.
Every Friday from 8 a.m. till closing at 5, Jones LP Gas and Oil Company will fill your 20-pound LP gas grill cylinder for only $11. You heard that right. Each Friday till closing, you can have your 20-pound LP gas cylinder filled for only $11 at Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 Wilmington Highway in heart of Verona. In addition to saving money on your LP gas for the grill, Jones Gas and Oil is your full-service gas and oil company serving residential, commercial, and agricultural gas and oil needs, as well as gas appliances, LP replacement parts, fill cylinders, and Tinkler water heaters, and they offer a 10% military discount on installation. Remember to get that cylinder filled every Friday until closing for only $11. Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 the Old Wilmington Highway, Verona. Phone 910-346-6384.
The Borough Restaurant and Bar in Swansboro is hiring. We're currently looking for experienced line cooks and expos. If you're hardworking, reliable, professional, and have a desire to always strive for better, we want to talk to you. The Borough is open 7 days a week. Stop by for an application. Our sister restaurant, Il Cigno Italiano, is also hiring line cooks, expos, and bartenders. Make great money and be a part of an outstanding, dedicated team. The Borough Restaurant on Front Street and Il Cigno Italiano on West Corbett Avenue, both in Swansboro.
It's not for everyone, only for you. The medication your doctor prescribes is exclusively yours to take as directed. Nobody else should be taking it. It's up to you to keep your medication secure and to safely dispose of any unused medications. Don't let anyone take what's yours. Your prescription, your responsibility. Be aware, don't share. Lock your meds.
Supported by MSC DHHS, Division of Mental Health, Developmental Disabilities, and Substance Abuse Services. Visit lockyourmeds.org/NC.
When you need comforting, who do you call? An old friend, right? Jacksonville Heating Contractors services the heating and cooling needs of our area with dependable quality train systems, guaranteeing indoor comfort for your home or business. In addition to quality train systems, Jacksonville Heating Contractors offers 24-hour emergency service, NATE certified technicians, and over 50 years of experience and service you can trust. And with a Jacksonville Heating Contractor service agreement, You never pay retail for heating or cooling services and receive priority scheduling.
Theo, you will
Remember,
be
an
first.
ounce of
Jennifer, you will
prevention
be
is
second
worth a pound
after
of
we
cure.
get through
And
the
in
weather
New
break.
Bern,
So
you can
stand
call
by.
Trent Heating and Air Conditioning 252-633-2200. In Morehead City, Sea Air Heating and Cooling 252-247-1122. If you need service or repairs, just call an old friend. Jacksonville Heating Contractors, an independent Train dealer. It's hard to stop at Train. For deals on Train systems and more, visit anoldfriend.com or call 910-347-2843. If your plans include hitting the road this year to do some traveling, make sure a visit to Silent Service Center is on your to-do list. Travel safety starts with the tires on your vehicle, and a visit to Silent Service Center will give you peace of mind with the best value in all name brand tires and the largest selection of used tires in this area. In addition to quality tires, Silent Service Center is a North Carolina inspection station and does complete brake service, oil changes, and alignment service. Silent Service Center, 1707 Lejeune Boulevard, Jacksonville, and 108 West Main Street, Havelock. Phone 910-353-4760.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Yeah, 5 minutes and 45 seconds and counting. And then the doors at Tideline Marine will be officially opened for this week, Tuesday. Get on down there, 8:30, the doors open, and stop by, check out the new boats. They'll be pulling them out right about now, and you can see them pull them out and see some of the new boats that are on display. It's kind of a cool thing. The Aloha Tri-Tune boats, I mean, that's the bomb. It is. If you want a pontoon boat, go ahead and add a little bit to it. Get a Tri-Tune boat. Those things perform like boats. They get up, they scat. You can pull tubes on them. You can pull water skis on them. You can pull slalom skiers if you can find somebody who can do that these days. I don't know anybody that actually can do that anymore. But all sorts of cool little stuff down there. While you're there, you can get some water toys to go along with that pontoon boat, that Tri-Tune boat. So, get your grandkids out there, put them in your pontoon, put them on your Tri-Tune, pulling that tube behind you, and see how fast it takes to bump them off, throw them up in the air. Take your camera so you can get good action shots like I did a couple of years ago. Tideline Marine for all of your boating and fishing needs on the banks of the New River in downtown Jacksonville. Northwesterly winds offshore today, 5 to 10 knots, becoming southerly in the afternoon, 2 to 3 footers, dominant period 7 seconds, sounds in rivers of light chop. Tomorrow, westerly winds around 5, becoming southerly in the afternoon, seas about 2 feet, sounds in rivers flat, increasing to a light chop in the afternoon. And on Thursday, winds out of the south again, 5 to 10, seas around 2 feet, sounds in rivers only a light chop.
Today, mostly sunny, high of 92 with a heat index value as high as 100. Tonight, partly cloudy, low of 73. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, high of 94 and a heat index value of 101. Tomorrow night, clear, low of 73. And on Thursday, sunny, high of 93. But gusty.
Theo, I got one question. The first question for you today, Theo. Have you ever been abducted by an alien?
No. I love it.
Figured it'd be Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Don't get us knocked off Facebook now, Theo.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Yes, it is Merry Christmas in July.
Girls, did he buy you a present or anything? Anything for Christmas in July? This cheap guy?
It's a present every day just coming in here and being
Not
on
even
his
breakfast,
presence.
nothing?
No.
We don't need breakfast.
Oh, my
No,
God.
we don't, do we? No.
No, I don't.
So listen, you're trying to gender marrying the military now?
Am I trying to do what to the
Gender
military?
marrying.
Gerrymandering.
Oh, gerrymandering.
Yeah, gerrymandering.
Well, they're already gerrymandered.
Come on, leave the military alone.
They live in the
Listen,
city limits of Jacksonville. Many of them,
Yeah,
most
wouldn't
of
you
them.
like to see them help pay taxes here?
Come on. Listen, they're coming from different states. You want to take the vote from their states and bring them to your state?
Well, what I want to do is for them to vote where they are going to be represented. They're not represented in their state.
Come on, you're fishing again, buddy. Leave the military alone, okay? Most of the military bases are on Republican states, aren't they, Ray?
I don't know about that.
Yeah, you better check it out. Taking their votes away. Listen, you got the super majority already in the House and the Senate. You got a mayor that's running for 6 terms already. What else do you want? What else do you want?
I would like the military to be represented in Onslow County by the county
They
government
don't
and
stay
by.
here that often. They're not going to put their vote here.
Well,
Come on.
they're here more than they are in their so-called home state of
Come
record.
on. Nice try.
Yeah,
try.
they are.
But, try something else, all right?
What has the county commission done for them in Los Angeles County lately?
Come on. Leave the people alone. Let them go where they want to vote, okay?
Nothing,
What, are you
honey.
going to try and change a Democrat to come and vote over here for what?
No, they can still vote. If they're Democrat, they can vote as a Democrat in Onslow
Vote
County.
For who? You don't even have any people running here.
Yes, we do. There are Democrats that are running.
Okay. So anyway, nice try. Merry Christmas, girls, and I hope he gets you something before the day's over.
Thank you,
I do too. Thank you for that, Theo. I agree.
Take care. Have a good one.
Bye. Jennifer, bail me out, because
Jennifer's on our side.
That's right.
Well, I
She may be a
am
cousin.
going to talk about medicine and insurance.
Yeah.
So,
Do it.
Terry, I didn't hear you this morning, but Terry hollered at me and he was like, hey, you need to call Rayford, tell him what happened. So we went back to my home this past week.
Tennessee.
And Terry ran out of one of his medicines while we were there.
Uh-oh.
Now, this particular medicine isn't available through his regular mail order, where he gets it at like a zero copay.
Uh-huh.
They say they can't get it. It's on back order.
Sure.
So, Alliance, where he gets his medicine, is owned by Walgreens. So, I have been getting it at our local Walgreens. And it costs $37 to get it.
Oh,
And
wow.
that's with his insurance. So, he ran out, and he had already told me he wasn't going to take any more because of the cost of it. Well, my sis works at a doctor's office. And she told me, she said, Jennifer, she said, I can call it in just here to our regular pharmacy. Said, no big deal. And so she called it in. We went down there to get it. And I asked him, I said, now, we live in North Carolina, but here is his insurance card. And the girl told me, she said, honey, I'm sorry. She said, we don't take out-of-state insurance on the medicine. And I said, oh, Lord. I said, well, how much is it going to be? Because I'm probably only going to be able to get just a little of it. She rang it up now, $37 in Jacksonville, North Carolina at the Walgreens.
With insurance.
That, with the insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Without insurance, in Kingsport, Tennessee, it was $7.40.
You need to get your prescriptions delivered from Kingsport, Tennessee.
I looked at the girl and I said, ma'am, is that right? And she said, yeah. And she told me, she said, honey, she said, I hate to tell you, she said, but a lot of times you pay more when you run it through insurance.
Yep.
She says they bump it up to get back reimbursed from the insurance. I said, okay. So went out, got the car, took out my phone, called the Walgreens here on the corner of Happy and Healthy, right up here on Gum Branch, where I've been getting it. And I asked the girl, I said, can you research something for me? And she said, yes, ma'am. Told her what he was taking, told her his birthday. She said, yes, ma'am. She said, got it right here. I said, how much would it be? She said, $300.
Holy mother of God.
So without insurance at a Walgreens, $300. With insurance, with Blue Cross Blue Shield, $37.
In Kingsport.
Without insurance, $7.44. Now I don't know how much it would have been with insurance up there, but why? If you're local, and they told me up there, they said a lot of times the difference is your local Max is just a one-time farm. I mean, he owns that one farm. Just your local pharmacy. Oh, that they are so much different than the big corporations like the CVS's and the Walgreens.
So
and all
the
that.
store you went to in Kingsport was not a Walgreens?
Just the local. It's a huge pharmacy. It's about the size of a Walgreens, but he only owns one. It's just one. It's just his. He does the durable medical equipment, the pharmacy, all that. It looks like you're walking into a Walgreens because it's a big, big place. But there's so many up there. I mean, there's a lot of just independent pharmacies.
You know,
There's not that many down here. This is just an independent pharmacy.
When I was living in Wilmington, I used one of our relatives' pharmacy. I think he sold it now, but it was pretty much the same thing. I didn't use insurance most of the time because I could get it cheaper without insurance, and I could get it for the copay on insurance.
But Terry and I got thinking about it, and we were looking at how many independent, and I mean, I was just knocking them off up there. You know, there's Max, there's Markhams, and there's Berries, and there's T&S, and all these. And yes, they still have CVS and Walgreens, but here in Jacksonville, there's not that many.
I know of one.
You know what I'm talking about.
I do.
I mean,
I know of one. My mom used it all the time. And they delivered.
Was that
Oh, okay, I know.
Okay.
I bet I know who you're talking about, but didn't they just close up all of them?
I don't
But
think
one?
that they've only got one. They've only had one here, but I'll check.
Okay.
I'll check into it. And I'll send you the information so you can
Oh,
check it.
okay. But I thought, well, because Terry told me, he said, you need to call and let them know that. Yeah, but that's crazy.
I would
that
be
they
ordering
closed.
every bit of it from Kingsport, Tennessee. Let them ship it to you.
Well, Tammy did tell me, she said, Jennifer, she said, if you can't find, because I told her I was going to shop around over here and check at some of the other pharmacies. And she told me, she said, if you can't find it, she said, just let me know. She said, I'll just get it, ship it to you.
For heaven's sakes.
Yeah. So anyway, that's just my tidbit of
Okay.
information.
Thank you, Jennifer.
All right.
Best
Y'all
of-
have a great day.
Best to Terry. That's just ridiculous.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
Okay, we've got another caller. Who's this?
This way. Hey, Rayford, have you guys heard about the woman running for mayor up in Greenville?
I have not.
She ran against our senator, Murphy.
Our congressman just.
She's listed her home address as Washington, D.C. And the reason she grew up in Greenville. But
You're
she
talking
listed her home
about,
address as Washington, D.C. And
The girl
she's
from Kinston?
Is it Barbara
calling
Gaskins that you're
Greenville-
talking about?
She's calling Greenville cesspool. She wants to be the mayor there to clean it up.
Well, is she registered in North Carolina?
Yeah.
But her home of record is Washington, D.C.?
Yep. That's what it was when she ran against Murphy.
Who is this person? What's her name? I'll check her out.
Interesting note. I just thought I know that since you were talking about voting and stuff earlier. So
Okay, what's her name?
I didn't catch her name, but she ran against Greg Murphy.
The only one I
Dr.
know was
Greg
like
Murphy.
Barbara Gaskins.
Well, there was another one, the chairman of the North Carolina Republican Party, I think.
No, that was before. That was in the beginning. That
yeah.
was Michelle Nix. She was the
Michelle
vice
Nix.
chair.
Okay.
I'm going to look it up.
Yeah, she's from
But
Kinston.
she has the audacity to say that Greenville's a cesspool. She needs to come there and clean it up. But really?
As
We
compared to
want you for
Washington?
sure. I'm sure Greenville people appreciate that.
Yeah, Okay.
Is her name? Hold on. If I'm looking at the right thing.
We'll get it. We'll pull it down.
Yeah.
Michelle Shane?
I couldn't remember her name.
I don't know. I'm looking. I don't know if this is South Carolina or North Carolina. I don't know because there's Greenville, South Carolina.
Here in North Carolina.
Let me see. Pitt County. I'll get it.
I'm determined now.
All right, you guys have a good day.
Thank you. Now you got my curiosity up.
We're all Googling right now, hard as we
like
can. So thanks a
struggling over
lot.
here. Yeah, thank you. I'm over here struggling. See, the problem is when you type in Greenville, you get South Carolina popping up.
Put
so.
NC beside it.
No, just
I
go to
did,
the Board
yeah.
of Elections in Pitt County,
I'll do
and
that,
that
okay.
should show.
Okay. PJ
Municipal
Connolly is the
sign.
current mayor.
Yes, he's a great guy. I like him.
Okay, we've got, what is this?
I'm bringing it up now. As soon as
Okay,
it
this
loads.
was the last election, had a couple of other people running.
David Devon Dax. What?
We'll take a break. You're
Yes.
live and local, Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Sound Furniture and Appliance in Cedar Point. They are proud to have been in the furniture and appliance business since 1965, and their goal is to continue to offer the best products and services to their customers at exceptional prices. Whether you are furnishing your year-round residence, beach house, condo, or office, they have the furnishings to fit any style. Their sales and design teams offer professional and personal service with product and fabric selection. Sound Furniture and Appliance, 600 Cedar Point Boulevard, Cedar Point, carries name brands such as Sealy, Lazy Boy, and appliances by Sub-Zero, Wolf, Code, and Hashizaki. Financing and local delivery are available. Sound Furniture and Appliance open Monday through Friday from 8:30 till 6 and Saturdays from 8:30 to 5:30 p.m. Phone 252-393-8130 for Sound Furniture and Appliance in Cedar Point.
Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro reminds you to check your mailbox and find your quote on homeowners insurance. Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro goes the extra mile to make sure you're in good hands, like helping you customize your home and windstorm coverage with their Write Your Own home policy. Yes, save even more when you bundle your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, and even your golf cart. Remember, if it rolls or floats, call Tammy for a quote. You and everything you own are in good hands with Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro. Call today, 910-326-5383. Tammy Fry Allstate, 638 West Corbett Avenue in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro. Check your mailbox today for savings on your homeowner's insurance.
Serving our area for over 40 years now, did you know Flatwoods Outfitters is Onslow County's oldest firearm dealer? Whether you want to purchase a rifle or shotgun for hunting or competition, or a handgun for personal security, Flatwoods Outfitters is our area's most complete firearm facility. Flatwoods Outfitters features a great selection of name brand long guns and handguns to choose from, and offers Onslow County's only outdoor range to practice and learn how to safely operate your firearm, which Flatwoods Outfitters highly recommends. The range is now open Monday through Saturday from 9 to 6 p.m. and 12 to 4 on Sundays to practice and sight in your scope. Flatwoods Outfitters, Onslow County's oldest firearm facility, 111 Second Amendment Lane, just off Highway 24 between Jacksonville and Swansboro in Hubert.
For 40 years now, people throughout Jacksonville and Onslow County have trusted Barnes Diamond Gallery for all their jewelry needs for every special occasion. They understand that every day is a special event for someone, whether celebrating a wedding, anniversary, birthday, engagement, or graduation. Let Barnes Diamond Gallery custom design something for you. Barnes Diamond Gallery does on-site repair in addition to their quality and selection of diamonds, diamond fashion bands, pendants, watches, earrings, gemstone rings, and necklaces for anyone for any occasion. Major credit cards accepted. Layaway available. Barnes Diamond Gallery offers appraisals and pay top market prices for gold and silver. Barnes Diamond Gallery, 461 Western Boulevard, Suite 120, Jacksonville, open 9:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday.
If you love racing, you don't want to miss the All-American Showdown. This coming Saturday, July 28th at New River All-America Speedway, 4744 Richlands Highway, Jacksonville. Enjoy all the excitement featuring USAC, Eastern Midgets, and Southern Ground Pounders vintage race cars. Plus, the hometown heroes and the Swansboro Liquidation Bombers. And the always thrilling Jump Carts also in action. Gates open at 5 p.m. Green flag at 8 p.m. Tickets $10 and kids 5 and under free. For more information, visit NewRiverSpeedway.com or call 910-708-0202.
It's live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
All right, the lady that he was talking about is Barbara Gaskins for sure, unsuccessful candidate in another race. So we heard a lot about her last time
She's
around.
been on the show.
Yep, she has.
Mm-hmm.
She came in here, right?
Yes, she did.
Yeah, okay. So, an interesting lady. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there.
Yes.
Let's see.
She just recently moved to Pitt County because November 2022, she was actually the last vote she shows on our voter history was in Beaufort County.
Right there across the border.
Yeah, near Washington.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so.
Well, get ready.
Sure.
You ready?
Yes.
Probably not, but go for it.
You're going to need to win this $1
Oh, yeah, why is that?
because it's going to cost you for 4 gallons of gas this much more
Yes. It's going up.
shortly.
Why, is gas prices going up?
Yep.
Again,
Again.
maybe as much as $0.25 a gallon.
What?
They just
Yeah.
went up once. Now, let me explain to you why. You ready for this one?
No,
Probably not.
You
Let's
don't want
hear
to
it.
tell us because we'll get mad.
We'll go ahead and just get mad and start slapping something. Don't hit me.
Okay.
Consumers got to be prepared for rising costs of oil and heat-induced refinery outages. The rising cost of oil, which, by the way, today is lower than it's been in quite some time, rising cost of oil and the heat-induced refinery outages because of the high temperatures across this great nation.
You know what, baby? I'm about to cuss.
We just need to go
So-
for a drink, Kelly.
I mean,
I noticed the other day it'd gone up.
Just take a look at what
Mhm.
you jump up and down and scream for more gun controls. Of high heat, you scream for more money at the gas pump. Well, if the refineries,
okay,
hold on just a minute. If the refineries are producing enough gasoline now, and they will in the future, why are you going to charge more for it? Just because you can? Yes, just because you can. Now, really? They're anticipating. It hasn't even happened.
no.
Higher price for oil. I checked the price of oil. It's down significantly today as of 7:43 this morning.
Yeah, I noticed it had gone up at the pumps when I went to fill up the other day.
Yeah, it's gone up at the pump.
$3.19 is what I paid.
Well, I paid $3.23, and that was
Ooh.
Sam's.
Oh,
And-
mine was not at Sam's.
Well,
so
I paid $3.39. It's only because I couldn't find my Sam's Club card. I had taken it out of its spot, and I had to go to the Circle K.
Well, and 2 weeks before that, when I got it at Sam's, it was 306.
Yeah, same. But yeah, I paid $3.39 on Sunday.
It went up from 306 to 323
Mhm.
at Sam's. I use the same place.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you and I go to the same place.
Yeah,
but
I mean, I use it
couldn't find
consistently.
my card.
And I'm like, really? Okay.
Yeah,
So
put in my phone number.
where did this come from? How did this happen?
I don't know, but yeah, I was reading up on that last night. I was so aggravated, I just stopped. But yeah, and so then there's a possibility we're right heading towards the peak of a certain season. And what if we did have a storm? Gas price is going to go up over that.
Just the threat of a storm, the
Jesus.
gas prices will go up.
Yes. Which brings to mind, you need to check your homeowner's insurance.
Right now, the anticipated average price of gas from coast to coast is $3.58. Okay, that's still 88 cents less than it was a year ago.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, weren't we paying over
But
$4 then?
guess what it was when Obama took office? $1.72. It was
Yes.
$2.12 when the day before the election in 2020 when Trump lost. It was $2.12 at Sam's at that time. I made
know.
a note of it. at
I
that time.
remember we talked about it.
Yes, we did.
We certainly
And
did
I
talk
predicted
about
it would be going way up,
Yes,
up and up
and
and
it
up and
did
up and up, and
immediately.
it did.
Yeah.
And it was just a month ago I was reading about how the prices were supposed to be going down.
Yep.
So
Well, they
what
Well, there
happened?
were places that got down below $3 a gallon.
It's like Kelly
in
said,
North
they
Carolina.
lied.
They lied. Liars. You know, I really would like to see a liar's pants catch on fire just to see. There'd be a lot of that going on.
A lot of people running down the street with their pants on
telling
fire.
you.
I got a
There'd be
little
lot.
gasoline out there. I could help them, but it'd be too expensive. I wouldn't
Mhm.
use it.
No.
I cannot imagine. Cannot imagine.
Well, we got to remind people that tomorrow we have the commissioners.
We certainly do have a
coming on.
a pair of commissioners. The
Chair and vice chair.
Chair and the vice chair will be here. Chairman Tim Foster, Vice Chair Robin Knapp, and
Are we going to get inquisitive with them?
they've agreed to me interrogating them. This is not an interview. This is an interrogation to begin with. Then we will interview them, and then they get to have their say as well.
Wow.
But I just want to get the facts out. You know, if you can lay out, first of all, you got to lay out a case at anything you do.
Correct.
Your husband understands that.
I understand. I know he
understand that
understands that,
even before you came on this show, he used to holler at you, "Look what he's doing! Look what he's doing!"
Mm-hmm.
If that's the way you do it,
It is exactly the way you do it. Yep.
get the facts out. And they come on at 8 o'clock, 7:30.
I know he
8
said
o'clock.
he
8 o'clock
said
in
he's
the
going to be here around 7:30 though,
Yeah.
so he'll.
Right.
I bet they'll show up early.
Yeah.
Dr. Rose is at 7:30, but we only normally
Yeah,
talk to her 10, 15 minutes.
10
so,
to 12
yeah.
minutes at a time.
Yeah.
So it's
then
fine. They can be here.
After the 7:40 break, we can start with them.
And I understand there's a
Sure.
good possibility that Timmy will come in here too.
Oh, sweet.
Oh,
'Cause
nice.
He's
or call in. Right?
he's a little bit irritated
yes.
with
A lot
things that
of
are
people
going on.
irritated.
And I'm still I put up 2 photographs that I received yesterday
Mm-hmm.
into Photoshop, and I looked at them. They ain't doctored.
Mm.
Oh my, I know what you're talking about.
They're not doctored.
We're still waiting on some information back
Yep, we
from
are.
several FOIA requests. So
We do have a
not
couple of FOI, that's Freedom of Information
Yes.
requests to a couple of places, including a sheriff's office.
Yep.
And at the
Department
state
of-
level,
Yes.
Department of Health and Human Services.
yes,
We want to know.
Department of Justice. So it just takes time to get all that.
Yes,
Well,
it
I have one thing to say about that. I know one of them is about that, the whole county Medicaid thing, because it keeps showing up on Facebook. Let me explain for people that don't know, especially if you don't have Medicaid, you don't understand, but insurance billing is serious business. But it is illegal for an agency to fraudulently bill Medicaid for
Right.
money.
And-
It is a go to prison. Notice I didn't say jail. I said prison.
And that's what the county
offense.
health department has been accused of.
Yes. Now I can assure anybody
Mm-hmm.
as a Medicaid provider and a person that works in a field, if any fraud had occurred, and knowing how the state works, because I'm on several state committees, I'm here to tell you, not that one, but I'm just in general. If there had been any fraud, I can promise you the state would have already had a court case done. They would already been in court. Medicaid
big
money is
fines.
big, big business. And if the state had found any evidence, people would be arrested, licenses would be lost. There are a lot that would have
Well,
occurred.
anybody with common sense would know that these accusations are
But
ridiculous.
they need to stop. I mean,
But
it's
that's the
ridiculous.
point.
It's like
They have to
beating a
have
dead
sense.
horse.
Yes.
I mean, come on, let it go.
Here's what we need to have here. Those who are making the unfounded allegations, if indeed they turn out to be unfounded, and publicizing those unfounded allegations, they should be taken and held accountable.
I agree.
Not in the court of public opinion, that will come later, but in the here and now in the legal system. Because there are civil laws to prohibit that.
But Medicaid being, is ultimately federal money.
Yes.
Medicaid does not, if there's been any wrongdoing, they jump on that quicker than anything else.
And we hear
anything else.
and we hear from time to time where a doctor
Mhm.
or an organization,
Right.
a hospital,
It has
Yeah.
happened.
they get cited and
Heck
they
yeah.
they end
I
up
know somebody that happened
spending
to
a
in
lot of
Charlotte. Yeah.
money. They sometimes it puts
Go to jail.
Yep.
There's been quite a number of people that have gone to jail for fraudulently billing Medicaid. You cannot do it.
yeah you
There's no way
You
it's
can
going
do
to get
it, but you're
quote.
going to get caught.
But there's no way. Yes, because they review records. Medicaid is the
Yes.
number one mode. That's what. Once again, it goes back to what I said. Why providers don't like to do Medicaid, because it shady. You definitely not going to do Medicaid because they check those records. Those records are checked quarterly, like every 3 months.
Yes,
it's
you have
not
to
like
do reports.
you have to do reports. You have to send your notes in. All that.
And just because somebody said does not mean it happened.
Well, exactly because somebody said, because once again, The state, I don't think those people in Raleigh have anything better to do, especially when you're doing Medicaid, than go in and investigate. When they
their job.
They don't let it wait.
That
It
is their job.
So if there was any hint of whatever, I can promise you, they would have came down here, busted those records up immediately. It wouldn't have waited. So this is unreal that people are still accusing this of happening, because
Okay.
I'm telling you it didn't.
Let's take a break. You're live and local Real Talk, Freedom 97, 1120 AM, WSME.
Mohawk All Pet Protection and Warranty is the only carpet protection and warranty for all pets, all accidents, all the time. Because your pets are family members too. No matter how you live, we've got you covered. Soft, luxurious, smart strand, forever clean carpet. Gorgeous, durable, solid tech, vinyl tile. Mohawk has the ultimate floor for every room in your home. It's suitable for all pets. For details, contact Watkins Floor Covering online at watkinsnewfloor.com. Watkins Floor Covering, thanking you for voting them the best of the best for 2022 in the flooring, covering, and carpet cleaning category. Watkins Floor Covering, they're more than just floors. It's custom showers, custom tubs, carpet cleaning, back retail, and home flooring too. Watkins Floor Covering, family owned and operated since 1997, with locations in Jacksonville and Surf City. Watkins Floor Covering, you stand on it, we stand behind it.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
Since 1997, locally owned and operated Jersey Mike's, 301E Western Boulevard right here in Jacksonville, has provided only the best hot and cold subs and healthy salads to our community and our military neighbors, and thanks all our customers for making Jersey Mike's a sub above. Jersey Mike's features hot and cold subs in different sizes, served Mike's way or your way, in addition to delicious, healthy salads. To place your order or for takeout, phone 910-353-8091. Once again, Sam Duran and the staff of Jersey Mike's, 301E Western Boulevard, Jacksonville, thanks you for making them a sub above.
Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, is ready for summer, and you should be too. With the Cub Cadet zero-turn, lawn tractors, and walk-behind lawnmowers from Cub Cadet, all engineered with premium features, leaving you with a well-manicured lawn. Stop by Mills International Incorporated today and unlock the possibilities of your yard. With Cub Cadet, head to your local Cub Cadet dealer, Mills International Incorporated, at 801 South Queen Street for exceptional offers, expert advice, and superior service. Summer vacation season is here, and if you need automotive service before hitting the highways or just regular maintenance, Cedar Point Tire, the best automotive shop in Cedar Point, is here for you. Cedar Point Tire is more than just a tire store. They offer fast auto service from tune-ups to flat tire repair and all alignment and suspension service. Cedar Point Tire carries all the major name brand tires, so they likely have your preference. It's simple. For all automotive service and tires, call 252-393-3188 or visit Cedar Point Tire, the best automotive shop in Cedar Point, 1083 Cedar Point Boulevard. Cedar Point Tire, come ride with us.
Cannonball!
Serving all of Eastern North Carolina's in-ground pool needs, Saltwater Pools is your go-to for summer fun this year. Whether you're in the middle of building your home or just looking to make your existing home into your paradise, Saltwater Pools will work with you to help make that dream a reality. We can specialize your pool to suit your vision of a personal oasis, with lots of options to suit whatever your budget may be, with features such as spillovers, heaters for those cooler months, wireless pump and light controls, animal-friendly features, rock outcroppings, tanning ledges, custom lighting. Call Saltwater Pools of Jacksonville at 910-333-5055 to start working on your backyard getaway. focused on top quality installation, competitive pricing, and fully satisfying our customer needs. Saltwater Pools is ready to make your life a lot cooler. Call us at 910-333-5055 today, and we'll have you swimming by July.
Get your saltwater pool today. You'll love it.
It's live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Hey, got a little bit of good news here to share. Yesterday, we talked about a lady, 68-year-old woman, been working for Lowe's for 13 years down in Hot Atlanta. And last month, some guys, two guys and a girl, were rolling out a shopping cart with a little over $2,000 worth of brand new stuff in it, right? Right. Just go and roll it through the door without paying, without stopping, no slowing down, no flashing their cards, no paying any money, nothing. Well, she put her hand on the cart and said, "No, you're not going to do that." Well, one of them punched her in the face 3 times.
Yeah, enough
messed
for
up
me.
her face. Okay. Well, management immediately fired her. Because the store policy is, the company policy is, not just the store policy, the company policy is, do not get involved, just report it.
Right.
They have a good policy. I agree with
I
their
agree with
policy.
the policy,
She
right.
just laid her hand on the cart. There's
Right.
a little bit difference in tackling the person.
Mhm.
If you've gone out there to tackle the person or, hit the person with a 2x4, that would have been justified, in my opinion, but that's beside the point. They don't like that when you do it. And it's for your own safety. She's 68 years old. She ain't prepared to deal with these 3 young people.
Correct.
Number one. So
Right.
she didn't do it to have confrontation with them. She just did it to stop them, to discourage them from leaving the store with the property. So the strict interpretation by the management, local management, was you're done, one and done. Upper management came in once the thing hit the fan, the news, and they said, no, we can see your side of it. We would like to reinstate you if you will accept it. She did. That's the good news. Scroll
Yes.
down to page 2. You got the mug shots of these 3 individuals.
Yeah.
In other words, one of them they arrested, the other 2 are at large. Now, if they've got these mug shots, there's a reason they've got mug shots of people. Because you've been there and done that before.
Yeah, most definitely.
You got an arrest record.
So it's a matter of time before they
And you
catch up with them.
Yep. Hopefully, some good judge from any lawyer, do not make a deal. This is time for let's make a deal. This is a let's go to jail. We're going to send you away for the maximum prescribed period of time. And then we're going to encourage her to sue whoever hit her.
Yep.
Get yourself a civil attorney. I'm sure there will be plenty of them to represent you for free.
Yes, certainly.
Find one and sue them for everything they now have, which is nothing they may get in the future, just in case they do come up with something.
Yeah.
My 2 cents worth tomorrow. It'll
Tomorrow.
be interesting.
I'm just going to sit back and
I'm gonna
bring my coloring book and crayons.
I'm taking a chill pill, and we will we'll have Commission Chairman Tim Foster here from Onslow County, Vice Chairman Robin Knapp from Onslow County Commissioners, and we're going to talk to them about some mess.
Yeah,
Just-
a lot
just-
of division going on
just
too,
a
and
lot of
let's
mess.
talk about it. It
And-
didn't used to be that way.
No, it didn't. Okay. You're live and local, Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME. Another dose of our Daily D's coming up at about an hour with Rick D's. And at 6 hours from now, 3 o'clock this afternoon, is Hollywood. Hollywood will be in the house, and he'll be singing, "Hooray for Hollywood."
WSME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy floats the idea of punishing President Biden over the alleged peddling influence scheme when Biden was the VP.
This is rising to the level of impeachment inquiry.
The Speaker on Fox's Hannity. Women's World Cup soccer.
On to the box initially, 1